Sam, congratulations on getting so far in season 10 of The X Factor. And last night, your song by the Google Dolls, Iris, was absolutely brilliant. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Do you know what? It was the most scary thing ever. And even though I went out, I kind of felt like, I felt like that was my best performance. And then obviously the judges confirmed that and they said they agreed. But I thought, you know what, if I'm going to go out, I want to go out on a high. So I felt like I've done that.
And would you say that was your highlight of the show?
Well, that's hard because obviously I went out, so that's difficult. But at the same time, it was definitely my best performance, but I wouldn't say it was a highlight.
What would you say your highlight was?
That's really hard because there's been I've had such an amazing time. It's like, I mean, when you think back to Judges' Houses was awesome, going away, going like abroad with the boys, and we went on some big yacht and that, and so that was awesome. Then we went to a movie premiere. Obviously, live shows is great. It's difficult.
And now you've left, who are you backing to win?
Either my boys, Luke and Nikki, or Tamira. I think those three are probably are real artists. You know, they've really got something to them. And Nikki's a little trooper as well. I think he started off as an underdog, and then everyone went, "Whoa, okay."
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
And who was the person you got along with most inside the X Factor house?
Those three, definitely. Yeah, I think like when you live with people, and obviously we lived together for like nearly just over 2 months. And you go through something like the X Factor, which is so intense and so stressful. You've got to have your best mates that you talk to when things are getting on top of you. And those three were probably those people for me. And I shared a room with the boys as well. So.
Yeah. Any of them messy?
Yeah, Luke. He's terrible. He's shocking.
Like his hair.
Yeah.
Is there anything you regret?
No, I really have no regrets. Like I really tried hard to think about that then, but I don't. I think every decision I've made for a reason. And like that, a lot of people keep asking me if I regret using my guitar on my last audition. But you know what, if I hadn't done that, if I'd have gone out and I hadn't played my guitar, I'd have gone, you know what, that was a bit of me that was missing from the show. Because that is what I do. That's part of me. That's part of my performance. And I think I'm really pleased with the way I did it all. If you give 100% to absolutely everything and then you go out, at least you know you're going to give yourself more.
Now Gary Barlow, I'm sure everyone's asking you about this. Each week he give you hard criticism. Do you think Gary's comments swayed the public vote against you at all?
It's possible. Do you know what? I think Gary's comments kept me in for a while. I think because my supporters all clubbed together and went, you know what, we're gonna, we need to vote more. We need to keep Sam in this competition because Gary's giving him a hard time. So if that was what he was trying to do, then I think it failed him for a little while. But yeah, no, I think it's possible.
Did you and Gary get along off camera at all?
Yeah, really cool. Like he came up to me, like gives you a hug. I was singing Faith actually just before the show, and I was playing it on my guitar, and he came up and he was going Faith, 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 and then he went, "You singing that?" I was like, "Yeah," and he went, "Amazing." He went, "We're gonna make peace tonight," and we did. He was like, obviously he gave me some criticism, but he went, "You know what, I respect what you're doing."
They all give you great comments as well when you were in the sing-off. They're all giving you great comments. And did Nicole Scherzinger throw a pen at you?
Yeah.
Did he hit you?
No, it didn't hit. It was a terrible throw actually.
Now, when you were on the show, did you ever feel that you were pressured into changing your style from the original auditions?
No, I think it's difficult that question because obviously I did change my style a bit, but because you're doing things like Big Band Week and Disco Week and like Movie Week, it's difficult because I would never probably sing a disco song in my life. You know, when I'm like singing and performing around the country, and I think so that maybe looks like that, but to be honest, that's the idea of the show. They're themes. But I know who I am. If there's one criticism that I won't have said about me, it's that I don't know who I am, because after all my experiences and discovering things about myself, that's the one thing I do know, so I will always stick to that.
Yeah. And on that, you actually do know yourself quite well, because you started writing music when you were 13.
Yeah.
But since then, when did you start taking music seriously as a potential future for yourself?
No, when I was 13. That's the weird thing. Like, everyone was like, I've still got friends that, like, I'm 19. I've got friends that are going, I don't really know what I want to do with myself. And for me, that's strange, but to them, I'm strange, because at 13 years old, I was like, bang, that's where I want to go. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so I started writing. I started off doing all these like little competitions, local shows and things, and then I left and auditioned for a band. I was in a band for a little while. I just really went for it when I left school.
Yeah, and you're not only a singer, you're actually a musician as well. How many instruments do you play?
3. I played the drums, the keyboard, and the piano, and the guitar, obviously.
And how old were you when you started playing?
I started playing the guitar when I was 14, because I use it to write. The same with the piano, I think, but the drums when I was about 10, but I kind of just stopped for ages. But it's one of those things that you just don't lose.
Yeah, totally. So let's talk about Callahans.
Yes.
I checked your Twitter this morning. You have just over 220,000 Twitter followers.
That's mad.
Now, how many? Just out of interest, how many Twitter followers did you have before the show?
Before the show, I actually had 20,000, because I was gigging all around the country
Right.
and just I was trying to get as much exposure as I could for myself. So I was trying to make a career then. But yeah, that means I've gained 200,000 followers.
Yeah, in 2 months.
Mad. Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, have you had any like weird tweets that have really stood out?
Yeah, every day. I think the funniest thing is when you get like some really rude things, and you just kind of go, "Did you really just write that? Does your mum know you use Twitter for this?"
And have you had any like celebrity tweets?
Yeah, I had Connor from the Vamps this morning tweeting me. I'm good mates now with the Union J boys. I've had quite a few people like get in touch and say well done.
Yeah. And you did the Crazy campaign, right?
Yes.
And how many different things did you do?
The Crazy campaign was actually because I wrote a song called Crazy, and it was kind of to promote the single. So we did 16 crazy stunts. But then I thought, you know what, like, I cannot do this for no cause. This is an awesome thing. So I ended up doing it for the Teenage Cancer Trust.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. It was so much fun.
Yeah. And finally, what's next for you? I know you've got the tour, but what do you want to do next?
Yeah, the tour's going to be awesome. I'm gonna continue recording my album that I've done most of it. Still got a few more things to do. I'll continue writing as always. I was still writing in the house, and I'm going to be gigging all around and just trying to use this amazing opportunity that I've been given to get myself out there and really, you know, achieve my dreams.
Yeah. Well, wicked, Sam, and on Reality TV, we wish you all the best for your future, and thanks so much.
Thank you very much, man.